Hi, everybody, this is Paul Hitchcock. Welcome to Giant TV. I'm the founder and president of Giant Jaxx Media. Really excited to have my guests here today. I've got Cheryl Marks Young, who is incredible Vistage chair, and Eric Langley, who is an AI expert in advising businesses on how to use AI. Welcome, both of you.
Thank you.
Welcome, Paul.
Yeah, so Cheryl, I want to jump into this because this is a great topic, AI, but I want to start first tell us about the groups you're building there at Vistage and how AI might be coming up and your feelings about that and some of the industries you're working with. I just love to have a little background on all that.
Absolutely. So I am in the New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, like the tri-state area.
Yeah.
I have three groups building a fourth, and they're coming from all areas. The topic of AI has been really, really relevant for them in all areas. So they range anywhere from just as a startup to $250 million across all industries. So we've got manufacturing, electronics manufacturing, food manufacturing, cosmetic manufacturing, and service organizations, and some medical organizations, and recruitment, legal,
Diverse. Yeah,
accounting,
diverse.
very diverse, and a couple of restaurants even. And so where AI has come up more recently is, how do I use AI in sales? How do I use AI to help me do research? How do I use AI to help me perform better and help me train people better? And how do I use it in a way that helps grow the business or grow my reach? So the thing that I find most interesting is, originally when we started the conversation of AI and I went to bring it to my groups, they talked about, well, I don't want to replace any employees, because the fear of using AI was it's going to replace my employees.
Yeah, it comes up a lot. Yeah.
Right. What we've learned over time is that AI used appropriately is actually improving your employee productivity and improving your results. Without, your employees become so busy, you still need them. Plus you need more. So it becomes a tool. But AI is moving so fast that trying to stay on top of all of the ways to use it is really a critical component for success. And it's something I'm trying to bring to everybody in the groups and to anybody who's interested in it.
Yeah, no, totally. That's a great point, because I know what's come up when talking with Eric before, and you just said it with your group, is that AI doesn't need to replace a human being. It can almost let them get rid of tasks that they can't stand and focus on the things they love to do. So, which is a great thing. So, and then Cheryl, when you say these topics of AI are coming up, I want to mention that you're getting together monthly with everybody, in your groups there. And that's where people are bringing real issues to the table, challenges, opportunities, kind of really opening the door and getting collaborative input. Tell me a little bit about those monthlies, because those are great.
So they all come together, like you said, once a month, and bring issues that are relevant to their businesses, to growth, their frustrations in their business, so that they have a safe place to really get objective opinions around the table on those issues. Anything from, how do I grow? How do I make improvements? Specifically with different people in the organization, how do I lift up my folks, the talent management? How do I bring back something that will help everybody benefit? And so we have guest speakers, and we call it issue processing around the table in a safe, confidential environment.
And when you're there, do you find that you've got to flesh out people participating and just kind of grab it out of there? Or like, what's your role there? Or does it just naturally flow and you're kind of quarterbacking it? Like, what are you doing?
That's a great question. So I'm a certified coach in 18 different modalities. So I bring a large toolkit to that conversation.
Oh, just 18, huh? That's
just
it.
18.
Huh?
I'm working on my and so we have a specific methodology that we use, where the individuals come with what they think their question and their issue is to solve, and in a carefrontational way. So caring, a little bit of permissiveness for confronting the issues in a kind way. We ask clarifying questions and get to the real issue. And my role as facilitator is to keep that room moving, keep the energy flowing, keep it safe, remind everybody where we are, and stay on task. And also, as that executive coach, to really challenge each of the members when they come to the conversation. And sometimes I will say, hey, I'm still a little confused. let me ask you a different question. Is this really the issue? And sometimes it's sort of a, oh, I didn't realize that's what I was asking. Yes, it's that. I thought it was this pathway. So a lot of times somebody might take the path of least resistance, and having the group ask more clarifying questions and having someone like me in the room who will take it to the next level up and help them really challenge themselves, things happen exponentially faster.
Love it. Love it. And Eric, I want to jump over to you because again, AI is everywhere. What do we need to know about AI? And what are you seeing out there, and how are businesses using it? Like, just tell us what we need to know.
Sure. Well, Cheryl said something great in the beginning. That was basically that the change is so fast that what you need to know about AI is that you're not going to know it all. I mean, it's really, I think, from a lot of CEOs, and they have a lot on their plate, right? Business leaders, they're very busy. You're not going to know it all, but you can put yourself in a position with trusted advisors and peers, like in the Vistage group meetings with Cheryl's type thing, that you can learn from other people. And really, the end result is that you have to think strategically and in a big picture way, because a lot of people will tend to look at a shiny object and say, well, this is something that's exciting, I want to put into my business. But compared to what? Right? Because there's so many options, you have to really say, all right, here's all the options in big chunks. Let's divide those up and see which ones might be the most impactful to where we want to go. Because depending on where you want to go is going to determine what tools you would want to use.
Yeah, and you're finding industries, is it across the board industries who are embracing AI? Are there specific industries that are at the forefront of it, or is it just everybody?
Yeah, I mean, AI is really touching every industry, some more so than others. Industries that have a lot of knowledge workers, like a lot of admin workers, or legal comes to mind. It's a lot of office work. They're going to see a higher percentage of their work be more handled by AI. But I'll tell you, in the industry and in manufacturing, and of course, manufacturing has used AI for a long time, machine learning in the shop, but also in the back end. There's a lot of opportunity for really every industry and in every area. And I like to call those areas basically people, products, and processes. Those three things are what makes up a company, and it affects them all. There's a use case for everything.
Yeah, no, interesting. And Cheryl, are you finding how do your companies embrace or even start getting into AI? Because I know Eric has some comments about that too, but is there a champion at the company for AI? Is it the owner? Like, how do they jump in?
It's usually the owner, and we have one owner that started in one of our one-to-one coaching sessions where they were having trouble writing a simple letter that was necessary for a recommendation for somebody. And we talked about starting using an AI program to just get a framework. And that actually took 3 hours out of their day, meaning shaved it off their day because they couldn't get started, and it gave them some information. We all know we have to be careful. We have to double check if we're doing research using AI, but just to get an idea to write something and then tweaking it. And so then bringing that to the organization and saying, hey, who else here is having trouble writing these letters that we need to get out for people? Let's start here. And then let's start to see what else we can do with it. And that's I guess Eric would say that's a very simple starting point, but it can be quite impactful.
Yeah, Eric, what do you say about that?
Yeah, absolutely. And because I'm in the industry and I'm looking at a very big picture and all the different use cases for textual and visual and video AI, sometimes you lose track a little bit of, like, you start with writing a letter or an email. And now for me, I use Grammarly. I don't sell Grammarly. I actually don't sell any AI products in what I do, because as a innovation officer, I'm coming in totally representing a company. But I use Grammarly every day in conjunction with ChatGPT, and it real time helps me write and get different takes and different ideas, and allows me to maybe not be so curt in my writing. A little mindful of where other people are. So that's powerful.
Yeah, no, and you know, as we've looked at AI, I mean, I know that launching a business, this has come up before, that it was amazing how AI has been able to come in and take the human tasks out of launching the business, from messaging to, clicking forms to fill out, to generating proposals. That seems to be the low-hanging fruit, from what I understand, is things like that, where just AI is, okay, this is automatic, it works, and you can, automate a lot of that stuff, which has, been my experience in working with AI. Cheryl, any comment on that?
I think absolutely low-hanging fruit, and that's kind of the way it can get in the door to show excess productivity. There's also other places that it can be used these days in terms of just that research. And I know the video options are quite amazing, but even using it as an overlay for LinkedIn. So if you're doing sales and you're prospecting and you really want to know who's out there and how to approach them, how do they think, rather than going through each person's LinkedIn profile or their website, there are tools out there that are AI that will garner the information and then, for lack of a better term, typecast that person in your favorite assessment tool and give you an idea of how they match up to you as the person trying to speak to them, and help you change your approach. So there are ways that it actually can help you reframe how you're approaching, not even what you're writing, but how you're approaching the other individual.
Oh, incredible. And I know, Eric, when you're going into companies, your first really focus is to get the lay of the land, right? What processes would they want to automate? Is that how you kind of look at it when you first get in there?
Correct, Paul. And I use a quick analogy basically along the lines of a doctor. If you have a headache and you go to the doctor and it's been there for a few days, and aspirin's not taking it away, and he tells you, you need a CT scan, you typically don't argue with the doctor. Okay, I need a CT scan. And then he finds out what's really going on. So I do a similar thing. I recommend to everybody, and it's a standard procedure to me, to do discovery and documentation. What is there? And then you can make a diagnosis of, these are the places that we want to start. These are the problems, and not so much just problems, but what are the opportunities?
Yeah.
And that's really where the value is created in AI, is realizing opportunities, because, marginally or incrementally saving money doesn't get you that much. But if you can get something that's compounding and taking you from here to way up here, just to here, that's a big difference.
Yep, love it. Well, this is a great topic, and we could talk about this forever. I mean, what I want to tell everybody listening here is, for sure, get connected with Cheryl and Eric. Their information is around this video, wherever you're watching it. And I know both would love to talk with you if you're interested to learn more about what they're doing. And thank you both for being here. And thanks everybody for listening.
Thank you, Paul.